We're rolling. Anytime you want to start.
My name is Marlon Brown. I was born and raised in Millington, Tennessee. 78, 79, experienced racism. Was also taught it by my father. Was beaten and left for dead by the Ku Klux Klan on October 13th, 1978. Never forget that day. Just because I was a black guy, nominated to our high school, for our high school. Let's start over.
You're good. Just start over.
Okay. Hi, my name is Marlon Brown. Everybody knows me as Big Dog. Born and raised in Millington, Tennessee. 1978, I was beaten and left for dead by the Ku Klux Klan, and it kind of confirmed in my mind what I thought was true, that my dad had been teaching me about white folks and black folks. No genuine interaction. The beating was as a result of being named our high school's first black king in its history. And the white folks said that unless we have a dead black king, we won't have one at all. Racism, discrimination, violence, neglect, and abuse. Mother died at 9. Stepfather raised me. I can remember most him teaching me two things. One being that black and white people don't genuinely interact. And two being that he hated me because I represented my mother cheating on him. He told me that I was the reason that guys should always use condoms. That stuff like me should never be born. So I was growing up with a certain hatred for myself, some hatred for my mother, who was deceased, some hatred for my father, and then just a genuine discontent for life. And I sought people who cared and would accept me and tell me good things. And unfortunately for me, it turned out to be the drug dealing, gang banging, dope smoker. And I gravitated real quickly to smoking dope, committing crimes to gain favor and privilege, to be accepted and be told I was great. That quickly led to a life of crime and drug use. I remember living life thinking the only thing that matters to me is where does my next hit come from? Whatever it is I must do to get that next hit. You know, I've stolen from babies, and I've robbed old ladies. I've stolen from my family, and I've really done a lot of things, you know, with drugs, weapons, counterfeit money, and criminal activity, where I gave nothing any consideration or priority beyond what do I want to do next? What is the means in which I can acquire the money or the possessions that transfers into drugs so that I can get high? Through jail, through homelessness, through beatings, through various difficult challenges in my life, I began to see that life had no real value. And I was living for myself, in some situations hoping that I would get killed or die so I wouldn't have to endure life anymore. So I took chance after chance after chance, and I began to intensify the kinds of crimes that I would do and the chances that I would take, hoping that I would get killed. I remember robbing a guy who I knew was armed, and I was unarmed. And my thought was, if he realizes I'm unarmed, he'll kill me, because I won't be able to defend myself. But if I get away with this, I get drugs, I get money, I get high. And it went on. He even got arrested once, and while handcuffed in a police car, I tried to make a deal with the cop. I told him if he would let me out, I would go and get high one more time, and then I'd turn myself into jail. I was so hooked on drugs that I began to think, act, function in a very ignorant state of mind, giving priority, consideration, and thought only to what is it that's important to me? What do I want to do? How do I get my next hit? 2002, after my 7th trip to jail for drugs, weapons, and counterfeit money on a private college campus, I went to the homeless shelter where I was encouraged by the pastoral staff to try the one thing that I had never tried in life, and that was Jesus Christ. I remember the Pastor Reggie Fowler is his name, telling me after hearing my story, man, you've tried money, sex, drugs, crime, manipulation, conning, hustling, pimping, burglary, robbery, arson, and a list of other things. You've never succeeded in your attempts to be successful, to gain power, authority, reputation, and possessions. You're back where you've always been. You don't own anything. You're homeless, addicted. You're at the bottom again. You're 41 years old and you're at the bottom. Try this, if for no other reason, because you haven't. He was talking about Jesus Christ. Upon being pressured and encouraged by him, him taking a stance for the gospel in a way that I had never seen a man be so convicted about. I tried Jesus. And to make the long story somewhat short, everything in my life changed, man. The way I think, the stuff I do, the way I feel. I had some physical problems with my prostate gland, and that was miraculously healed. I wanted to find and meet my 21-year-old daughter who I'd never met. She finds me before I could make an effort. Man, I wanted a house, car, and a job. That stuff was given to me. I wanted to learn more about the Bible. Someone sent me to take a few courses. Man, I wanted privilege and favor and genuine friendships. All that developed for me. Man, I ended up with a beautiful wife. Man, I know that after living like I had lived, denying Christ's existence, that he deliberately drawed me to him through his love and kindness. The way that he cared for me, blessed me, and continues to care for me and bless me, the opportunities he affords me, the new reputation he's given me, the new health, the new life. It's a validation of the genuineness of a Christ that I said was unreal and never existed. I was the first, single most important thing in my life for a long time. Once I diminished that mindset, just chunked it out the window, and let Christ be the first, foremost in my life, everything else just seems to kind of fall in place. My name is Marlon Brown, and I am second.